All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists, that He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means He is the deliverer. All right, and this is going to be a quick lesson. I really don't have anything planned, any precepts or anything like that. Just on the lunch break, and came across a few articles, and just going to go with the spirit. Right, so this first one is from She Hit the Fan Plan. It says, egg prices continue to rise as the rulers cold chickens over BIRDFLU scarce. So we're in the end days. The Heavenly Father, whose real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means He exists. The name of the Son is Yahushai, which means He delivers. We're in a time where the Heavenly Father getting ready to send back His Son, and there are signs that precede the second coming. And one of those signs is pestilence. Another one of those signs is famine, the wars, rumors of wars, right? It says egg prices have gone up astronomically since the mainstream media has taken to panic in the masses over the outbreak. So far, 180 million birds have been culled, most of them never testing positive, right? The culling has started to affect not only consumers, but those who produce the food we eat. It's a staggering number, there's no doubt, said Jody Guest, a professor of epidemiology with Emory University Rollins School of Public Health in Atlanta, according to a report by CBS News. But it is and always has been a policy across administrations with the USDA. That is how they handle infections like this among poultry. And as we've seen it move across species, it becomes even more important to try to contain that infection in the flocks that is in, so we don't continue to see the spread. Guest says so far we have not seen human-to-human transmission, and that would have to happen in order for us to be on the verge of an epidemic or pandemic. Well, yet, and I believe that was the case. Okay, so this is from the CDC. It says CDC confirms first severe case of H5N1 in the U.S. All right, and it was a man in Louisiana. He got affected to that, and they end up passing away from it. Okay, so that's pestilence, man. Now, if that explodes, then it could go to a level of a pandemic, right? It says back in the article, it says she added, however, that she is not scared of that happening. I feel very strongly that human risk is still very, very low. This could mean that it's the food supply that the ruling class is going after with this outbreak and not overtly coming for human freedom. According to a report by The Guardian, about 14.7 million egg-producing chickens have been affected by the outbreak since the start of January, surpassing the number of hens affected in all of 2023, according to data from the USDA. Based on the amount of birds that we have lost in the last few months and the hen population, there just isn't enough production to support the amount of demand that we have, said Karen Risbali, managing director of eggs at the price tracking from Expanda. We're at a low point. We're at a point now where we're truly in a shortage. All right, so you can expect the price of eggs to, stay high or even go higher than what they are right now. Some stores, some of the grocery markets, especially the ones in the communities where Jakes live, everything in the fucking stores are high, man. All right, it's overpriced where Jake live. All right, especially shit like eggs and meats. The decision of the ruling class using the bird as an excuse is making it much more difficult for people to get high quality food. That has led to speculation that this outbreak is overhyped and is being done in order to reset the food system. Eggs and poultry meat are not ultra-processed foods and do not fill the pockets of lobbyists in the food industry. That's right, because the powers that be, they want you to own nothing and eat bugs, and they want you to eat genetically modified organisms, man. Ultimately, there's a curse of famine that's getting ready to come upon the land. All right, this is Leviticus 26 and verse 26. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied. Right, because people have to be careful with their food, man. People have to be careful with their rationing the food, how much food they're eating, because the price of food is so expensive, man. There's not going to be any available. This is from the Bible Hub. Shows you the different translations. NIV. When I've cut off your supply of bread, 10 women will be able to bake your bread in one oven, and then they will dole out the bread by weight. You will eat, but you will not be satisfied. New Living Translation. I will destroy your food supply. So that's a plague that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting on modern day Egypt again, destroying this food supply. All right? So that 10 women will need only one oven to bake bread for their families. They will ration your food by weight. And though you have food to eat, you will not be satisfied. So that's the days that we're coming into, where people are going to eat and not be satisfied, to where desperation is going to set in, to where people are going to get so desperate that they commit acts of cannibalism to sustain themselves. Okay, this is Matthew 13 and 7, right to the point. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end is not yet, right? This whole thing with the 47 putting tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada, those are trade wars. So there's all type of wars going on. And now even with that, this is from Russia Today, it says China retaliates against Trump's tariffs, right? Beijing has announced its own duties and has imposed export restrictions on key minerals. China has announced new tariffs and made restrictions following a similar move by the administration of the U.S. president, right? Which views competition against China as a key foreign policy point. Last week, Trump ordered additional 10% tariffs on all goods from China, saying he is using his emergency authority to fight a national emergency caused by drug trafficking and illegal immigration. In the same executive action, the president targeted Canada and Mexico. Both U.S. neighbors have since offered concessions on border security to deflate the growing trade conflict. The Chinese government responded minutes after new tariffs came into force on Tuesday and included restrictions on certain Babylonian goods, a 15% tariff on coal and liquefied natural gas, and a 10% tariff on crude oil, agricultural machinery, and some vehicles. Announcing this policy change, the Chinese Finance Ministry condemned Trump's decision, saying it seriously violates the rules of the World Trade Organization and undermines the normal economic and trade cooperation between China and the U.S. Meanwhile, the Commerce Ministry announced that China has filed a complaint over the U.S. tariffs with the World Trade Organizations. Now Trump is trying to get natural minerals from the EU. All right, so the Mossad has Trump. He got him on a fucking rampage, man. Okay, and another pestilence I've seen, which could turn into something, right? It's from Sci Tech Daily. It says, not science fiction. Scientists discover mysterious zombies fungus infecting spiders, all right, in Ireland's caves. And this is the type of shit that Esau seeks out. And what does he do? He experiments with it in this CDC, okay? Now, going back to another article, which is similar to the one about the eggs, this is from Zero Hedge. All right. Time to build backyard chicken coop as whole price egg prices hit new record highs. Well, a lot of people don't even have homes. So if you have a home, you're renting it. They don't even want you to collect rainwater. So I wouldn't be surprised if they outlaw, this practice as well. But the average person ain't thinking to go buy some goddamn chickens, put them in the backyard. People don't know shit. People are kept as dumb workers here, right? The latest wholesale data from Urner Berry shows egg prices continue to soar to new record highs amid an ongoing and devastating avian influenza outbreak, straining the nation's egg-producing hen capacity. For Zero Hedge readers, it might be time to consider buying or even building a backyard chicken coop ahead of spring, as the nationwide egg shortage is supposed to worsen. Monday's print of the Urner Berry Egg Index (EPB) shows prices jump from $6.44 per dozen, a new record high, and more than $1 above from 2 weeks ago, when we informed readers about the blue sky breakout in wholesale prices. So you can expect the price of food to go up, the price of gas to go up, the tariffs on China. The majority of the shit that's in Babylon that we use every day comes from China, right? Back in Mark 13:7. And when you shall hear wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end is not yet. Verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to cause these great nations, Russia, China, Iran, Ukraine, the UK, Mexico, Canada, the US, little Satan over there. All these nations getting ready to go at it. Allies are being formed. That's why you have something to call the BRICS nations. And don't be surprised if Mexico gets up with them, right? And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines. There you go, scarcity of food, lack of bread, lack of food, all right? People rationing food, right? And people eating, not being satisfied, which is going to result to what? A complete no food drought, which is people going to result to cannibalism. And trouble, these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're in the days of the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay, the next step is the persecution, So with that, I just wanted to do a quick lesson on the lunch break. I pray this has been edifying and informative. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I want to say to the hopeful elect, Shalom.